Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house. I am in the kitchen, however, I'm not cooking. I thought I'd do a little bit of a different video today because we've just finished our January no-spend month. We had a no-spend January where I only bought the groceries I needed, and then we didn't buy anything eating out wise, and we tried to stay on a budget. So we kind of got an idea of where our budget lies with just eating when we are eating here at the house. And now I can kind of figure out what it looks like for our monthly and weekly grocery budget. And then we can incorporate eating out every now and then. So this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm just going to be doing some talking to you, and we'll talk about the 5 things that I do that helps me to manage my grocery budget, and especially with these economic times we find ourselves in where grocery bills are skyrocketing and we don't like it. So we want to make sure that we are doing everything that we can to make sure that our budget stays low as it can go. So let's get to talking about our grocery bill and how we can make sure that we stay within budget and keep our grocery expenses low. Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house, where we're eating good food, sharing good times, and we hope you enjoy your stay. Let's get to cooking. Now y'all know I love to cook, but I also love to eat, and so does my family. And I like to make sure that we're eating stuff that we like to eat. So the first step of my grocery management is to make a meal plan. I sit down every Saturday or Sunday, depending on what's going on in the week, and I determine what we're going to eat as a family. Sometimes I'll bring the kids in, and sometimes I'll even bring Peepaw in. Most of the time I will confer with him because we both like what we like, and I like to get his input because he's eating it too. So he'll give me a good balance of what we like to eat versus what the children like to eat, and then we can kind of come together on what we would like to have. So, because why eat if you're not going to eat stuff that you like to eat? So I make a meal plan, I sit down, I write it out, I make it plain. I have a planner that I love to use, and if you know like I know, a good list goes a long way. So I usually make a list. I love making lists because then I can check it off. So I'll make that menu, and that menu will have on that list those meals that my family really enjoy. So I have an ongoing list of the meals that my family really enjoy, and then a I'd like to try list. So those are recipes that I want to give a try because I think my family might like it. And that kind of adds to our menus that we are able to juggle through, to sift through, and to add to our menus on a weekly basis. So get your menu list of items that your family like, and then get you a menu of things that you would like to try. And I think I said in one of the videos that we wanted to try to make or copycat some of those menu items off of those restaurant menus that we like to eat at, so that we won't have to go there all the time to get what we like. So, like we did a Chipotle bowl, because she loves Chipotle, and she wanted a Chipotle bowl. So I put one of those together, and it came out very good. So we enjoyed that, and we'll keep that. Now it moves off, we're gonna try to this is our menu list. So that's the first step, is to get our list of menus for the week, and then we can go into step 2, which is to check my inventory. I go ahead and check the inventory that I have in my pantry, and I check the inventory that is in my refrigerator. Now, we have a couple of refrigerators here at Memaw's house because, I have to have stuff that is that I'm going to use as ingredients, and then there are the things that we store for the kiddos' lunch. And we get their those items in there, the drinks and the fruit snacks and all that stuff, we put all of those things in the refrigerator, plus the leftovers. So we like to make sure that we have all the things we need in all of these refrigerators. So we have another refrigerator just for drinks, a couple of refrigerators just for drinks. We have a big family, so we need to have those storage areas for that. So I check the inventory for the things that I will need in order to make my menu plan come to life. Now, after I have made my menu, I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to forget anything. But after I've made my menu and I've made my, done my inventory, I like to make a list. That grocery list is the list that I will make that will include a budget. So I'll have the items that I need for each of those menu plans that I have, the recipes that I have. And then I will put out to the side the actual cost or the approximated cost, what I think it will cost for that particular item in the amount that I have. So I will get that done because that budget is very important. Now, once I have my grocery list and budget all squared away, I go ahead and move on to step 4. Step 4 is where I decide where I'm going to shop and how I'm going to shop. Based on the information that I may have from circulars from the grocery store or advertisements that I may have seen, or just simply where I like to shop for particular items. I like to go to Aldi's for my fruits and vegetables, just because it seems that theirs is always fresher and the price is always lower. So I like to go to Aldi's for those things. And I also like to go to Kroger. So if it's between those two stores, sometimes I might find myself at Walmart if we're in a pickle and I need to get somewhere right quick, or Food Line. But my two main go-tos for grocery shopping is Aldi's and Kroger's. Now you may have yours, and I'm glad that you do. You shop where you need to shop and what works for your family. So once I determine where I'm going for what, then I will decide whether I'm going into the store or going online. My preference is to shop online for 2 reasons. I shop online mainly because I can lay on my bed and do my shopping. I don't have to go in the store with the hustle and bustle and crowds and all the things. I don't have to deal with all that. So I can take my list, and in the luxury of my own home, I can shop online. Then I can determine whether this is something that I want to shop for or not. The other reason that I like to shop online is because once you get in the store, you're at the mercy of whatever is in that store, and that goes for me. I get in the store and I might see this and I might see that ingredient and, oh, I've never tried that. I want to try that right there. That doesn't happen to me when I'm shopping online. So I don't have to get that, have that buyer's remorse, if you will, from shopping in the store and picking up things that I should not be picking up and putting in my grocery cart that I shouldn't have put in there, that is beyond my budget and not on my grocery list. Oh, and the other reason I like to, so that's reason number 3, that I like to shop online is because I have more control over the end result of my spending. So when I'm shopping online and I'm looking at the stuff from Aldi's or Kroger or wherever it is, and it says $132, I may, if it's not within my budget, and if I have budgeted for $140, or that wouldn't work, would it? $120, and I've gone $132, let me see where I may be able to cut something. I may have some ingredients here that I didn't take into account. So let me revisit, and then I can adjust my budget based on the information that I have in front of me. So That's the third reason that I like shopping online. Once I've decided whether I'm going to shop online or shop in the store, the last thing that I do is I plan for leftovers. And when I say plan for leftovers, once I've made my meal plan and I've done gotten all the information, gathered up the information, then I determine whether I'm going to be able to do something with any leftovers that I may have, because undoubtedly sometimes we will have leftovers. And sometimes I plan for leftovers because I know Noah likes spaghetti. When I'm making lasagna, I go ahead and pull my lasagna together. If I know lasagna is on the menu for this week, I pull the lasagna together and I may make more spaghetti sauce or more sauce that I could use for spaghetti for him for a meal that he may not eat, that we may eat. So that bowl of sauce will go in the refrigerator and it will be there to prepare a meal for him. That works out beautifully for those members of your family that don't like to eat or can't eat for whatever reason, all the things that everybody else can eat. So I like to make sure that Noah has the food that he needs as well as everybody else. So I plan for those leftovers. And if I have more chicken than I had thought that they would, or I thought that they would eat, and I have more chicken left over, then I can determine what I'm going to do with that chicken. Some things that you can do with those leftovers are stir fries, stews, and casseroles. So if you have that leftover meat or you have some leftover veggies, you can always do one of those things with it. There are several other things that you can do as well, and you know what your family likes, so do that with your leftovers. That way you're stretching your grocery dollar and you don't have to wonder whether you've just wasted your money or not. And you don't have to throw anything away. Not yet. You don't have to throw anything away. So after I've done all of that, I'm ready to go shopping. I'm ready to make sure that I've done my due diligence about getting my grocery bill down to the minimum. So try those 5 things. That will benefit you and your family, and hopefully you will be able to cut your grocery bill just a little bit if you put 1 or 2 of those things into practice. And I hope this video has helped you. Hey, and if you have not subscribed, I do a little cooking over here. I do a little talking. Sometimes I may decorate. I may do a little spring decoration coming up soon. And I want to try those bialys. Remember, we went on a train trip not too long ago, me and Memaw, late last year. And they had this bread that was called a bialy. I want to try that recipe. So I hope this video has helped you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Just sitting down chatting with me over here at Memaw's house. Y'all be blessed. Bye. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Here's another video and a playlist that may interest you. And hey, if you won't mind hitting that subscribe button, I certainly would enjoy having you over here at Memaw's house. Be blessed. Bye.